chord actually. First, I want to say thank you for all the messages and emails and comments and communication. It means a lot. It's been a very hard year, so thank you again for supporting. As a little token of gratitude, I wanted to give you guys this guitar. I actually like this guitar a lot. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I did an awful job painting it, but I also changed the pickups and did a lot of stuff, and I think it's a really cool instrument. So if you want to get this guitar, it's free. I will not charge you shipping or anything, so please be aware of scams. The way to get it is by following the link down below. You can get extra points if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, if you haven't already, to the new Instagram, which is Learn with Rotem, also channel down there. And there is also a link for TikTok that I kind of start trying to test out. So again, that's if you like this guitar. And what I was thinking is, like a lot of people like guitars and gears, but it also is important to know what to do with it. So the person who will win this guitar, I'll also give them, he or she, a free Unlocking the Fretboard course, so they can kind of work with this information and check it out. I'll play a little bit of the guitar so you see if you're interested in this, but I think it's kind of fun to get a new guitar for the new year. So again, it's a simple guitar. I did a lot of kind of shaving of the wood, so it kind of feels warm. This is kind of a nice feel. Change the pickups, just messed with it to bring it to a place of comfort. It's been some time since I played it, but let's try. Guess it has this wah thing. Wow, it actually is kind of warm, and I don't know why, but this wood, I don't know if you can see it well, but I really did like a lot of kind of like shaving of it with I guess sandpaper, but it feels really nice. Like it's really like kind of smooth. And I do like the feeling. It feels like you're close to the wood. Let's see how it sounds a little bit with some gain or distortion. Even more. Well, actually, it's a nice guitar. So, yeah, I think it's been a hard year, but I hope, 2026, I'm not sure if it's going to be much easier for me, but I hope for you it will be a nice year. And I think, trying to focus on the good stuff, trying to focus on being present, trying to focus on music, trying to focus on creating, trying to focus on learning, and being with people. I hope that, this is stuff that you might be able to do. And I do believe that, learning music and checking out things that are meaningful for you, whether it's running or playing or singing or whatever it is helping you be a better person, and then being able to communicate that with the environment is a huge deal. Yeah, if I mentioned one thing that I'm trying to do for the next year is trying to be as present as I can in the moments, and trying to not think about the future or past a little bit. Because of our situation with Eden, it's extremely painful to look at the timeline, and then the only thing that is easier to be in a way, is being in the present, in this specific moment. And that is, for me, connected to things that I think a lot about music and art and guitar and practicing and learning. Because, when people ask me about guitar and scales and how to solo and all these things, I have a lot of answers, but I think the core answer is trying to be in the moment and learn, right? So if I'm learning this scale, the C major scale, if I'm truly learning it, I'm not going to be frustrated because I'm listening and I'm trying to observe, inhale the information, right? And then I'm not going to be bothered by the idea if I'm doing well or I'm not doing well, I should have known it or I can't do it. I'm just doing it, again, like a baby, like a child, a little bit. I had a chance to hang out with my hero, Pat Metheny, last week in New York. It was amazing to hang out with him for a few hours at his place. And we talked about a lot of artists that he played with. And one of the things that we talked about, that he mentioned, was just the approach that Herbie Hancock, the incredible piano player, has. And he said that he's one of the almost only people that he knows that can come to the bandstand with no agenda. And I found it amazing. He has said that he has this childlike approach that he really does do. So he can play a lot or play very little, and he's kind of happy with all these. And I mean, he gave me a few interesting examples in relationship to Herbie, and just it was kind of amazing to know and to hear how much in the moment these that caliber of artists are, and potentially that is the reason, because they're so able to be in the moment, so able to process and be with the thing itself. So, these are just thoughts, especially because of our complex family situation with Eden. So, just kind of thinking about these things. Again, I want to say, thank you. And I mentioned a few times, I really do appreciate all the messages and all the comments. I read everything and I try to respond to some. But it's very meaningful, especially these hard times. So thank you for being there and saying the nice things to help. And so I hope, you'll enjoy this guitar, and I hope you'll continue playing music, and I'll see you very soon. Peace.